running. Show me what you got. I can't wait to see this.
Okay, I will share my screen. So I'll start with the master spreadsheet just to go through the functionality of that and then how it
Okay,
corresponds to each of the player boards.
cool. Oh, those look so good.
Yeah.
Wow.
So I organized the master spreadsheet just because there are like so many individual sheets to go through. All of these can be hidden and still accessed. So if we want to do that, but there's a main menu that you can go to. These background images, slides, and everything else have already been seen before.
Right.
But for example, if you go to a player board, oh, that one's not working. I'll fix that one.
Okay.
So the island name corresponds to the title here.
Gotcha.
So this
Cool.
can be changed. And the formatting will still be the same. The background is an image as well. That can be changed if they want to put the national flag or something that more
Oh,
relates
that
to
is so
the
cool.
island.
Yeah.
The sample map will go into this box right
Okay.
here, and then each of the cultural items. And so the way the function pulls the images is it pulls them in order. So the background always has to be the first image, and the map always has to be a second image,
Got
and then
it.
the cultural items are just the last few images. And so this is just reproduced for all of the boards,
Right. Oh, that is
and
so cool.
it's
Yeah.
in a similar format. And so right now, there's a menu option to set the player boards, and this just pulls all of the images from the spreadsheet into
Got
the
it.
game. Um, and the only thing about this is that it takes a little while just because the script is doing all 5 boards at once. But once that's set, it doesn't have to be um,
Right. So if
used
they share
again.
this game now, once it's been
Mhm.
set, it's set and they don't have to worry about it, right?
Yeah.
Cool. Okay.
And then in terms of inputting their own images, they can make a copy of the master sheet and put in their own images, or they can make something of a similar format, and then they would just have to update the spreadsheet ID. Uh, what we can do also is hide this and then tell them where to access it, or
Right.
we can
And
play around with that
I
then.
remember you had it in like the speaker notes before.
Yeah, I
And
can probably just put it in there and pull from there. But the only issue with that is that if a student happens to delete the speaker notes, then they won't be able to play the game. So we
oh,
can
right.
also just make this transparent and the text super tiny, and then you can hide it pretty well
Right.
just anywhere you want.
Yeah.
And that's probably what we would do.
Yeah,
But
okay. Okay, that sounds
yeah.
cool. Yep.
Oh yeah, we can just put it
Oh
behind
yeah,
the
put it
dice.
behind the dice. Yeah, that's cool.
Okay, I'll go
That's
ahead and
groovy.
do that. But yeah, so do you have
Okay.
any questions?
No, that is it's so go to like Rapa Nui so that we can see what Rapa Nui looks like.
Okay.
Okay, so that's really cool. And then how do they do the resources? Demonstrate how to move a resource into your inventory.
So for the resources, I have to ungroup these, so I'll go through and ungroup them after this, but you would just take a resource, copy and paste it, and move it into your inventory. We
Perfect.
can change the imagery for it, but this is
Right.
kind of how it would be set up.
Okay. So the other thing that we might do, because I did this on a practice one, is you
Mm-hmm.
just stack like 20 copies of
Oh yeah,
pig
we
on
can do
top
that
of
too.
itself. But we'd
Mm-hmm.
have to kind of know about how many they, if they have a limit, like
Yeah.
maybe maybe there's a lot more wood than there is obsidian. So we'll ask them about that.
Mm-hmm.
This looks awesome though. This is really, really, really good. So I think that's it. I think you're really set. So now what other actions do you have left before we just send it to them and say practice and fill it up and see if it works and see if you can do it? Is there anything left to do, or do we send this to them and say go put your stuff in now and give us a feedback?
I might go through and add positions for each of these images. That way, if a student moves it around and then they reset it, it'll just bring it back to its original position.
Oh, okay. Okay. Although it doesn't really hurt anything, even if they do.
Yeah.
Um, that's the beauty of this. I mean, you just open up a new copy and it's like, well, who cares if they've if they've moved it? It doesn't really hurt anything. So that's cool. Okay. All right. And do you want to demonstrate what all is on the menu right now?
Yeah. So first we have our roll dice option, which will randomize this dice
Okay,
and
cool.
drawing a card from each of the 5 sets, which this all pulls from the master spreadsheet. So
Right,
if you wanted to change the different um, faces of the dice sides, and
right.
then changing the game board corresponds to this main background, and
Okay,
there are option numbers in here that will correspond to each of the
got it.
backgrounds. So if you
Okay,
wanted to change them, if you
okay,
selected 2, there's a sample background associated with it, and it would change to the sample.
cool.
And then for set player boards, it's going to pull all the
Same
images
thing,
from,
right? That's the one.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's going to be the same thing.
Okay. I I think you've got everything. That is really cool. All right. So go ahead and is this one posted onto the project planner yet?
Yeah, it's the same
Is
slides
it
that we've
it's the
been
same
working off
one?
of.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then I'll send it to them and we'll see how it goes, make sure that everything works on their system and we'll just wait for their feedback. But I'm telling you, it looks pretty done, you know. And what I like about this is you could change, literally, you could change the game to anything, right? You could
Hmm.
change the game um, to the clue one that Katie had done, or to
Yeah.
literally you could change it to anything. This is really cool. It's got all the functions we're looking for. Okay, then I think we're set. So I'm going to go ahead and turn off the recording.